Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick at soulproof.com. We're talking about first-hand experiences as a way of knowing that your real self does not die, cannot be hurt, cannot ultimately fail. I perceived the infinite during a meditation in 1997. I had meditated since 1975, almost every morning. So this was a winter morning in Ohio. Cold outside, doors and windows shut, my family's sleeping upstairs. I had gone through yoga, breathing practices, and now sitting, chanting, reciting silently to myself, Om. As I continued to do this, as I had done for so many years, a single candle lighted in front of me, I began hearing the sound Om from all around me and from within me. And I felt as though if I had opened my eyes, I would see a celestial choir, hundreds of men and women all singing, chanting Om. But I didn't. I just kept thinking the mantra. Next, I saw a brilliant white light in my mind's eye. My eyes are closed, but everything looked bright, and that was impressive. Next, I smelled a wonderful fragrance, even though I'd burned some incense like an hour before. This smelled like fresh flowers and the most wonderful fragrance I'd ever smelled. I continued on, keeping my cool, knowing that if I stopped, it perhaps could end. And it was the most euphoric experience I'd ever had in my life. Next, my entire body started vibrating all over. Just like jitters are vibrating, like I was attached to 100 volts or something. It wasn't unpleasant, but it was very exhilarating. And next, I felt a profound love, forgiveness, understanding. I felt as if I were being looked at by God and the angels and totally being understood and loved and so highly regarded. I never felt such unconditional love before. Now, consider all this is going on at the same time, and after just a few minutes, I couldn't handle it anymore. It was like the current was too strong, and I started laughing, and I said, "Oh my God," and I just opened my eyes, and it was too intense to handle. And I learned lots of lessons from that, and that's an experience I'll never forget my entire life. But one was that the reason for centering practices, the reasons for refining our consciousness and optimally caring for the body and mind, temple of the soul, is so that we can handle that current. In other words, we talked about we're part of God, we're connected to God. But usually we as humans operate at a lower, slower frequency or energy. But by strengthening ourselves in the ways I just mentioned, we can handle this higher current, and then we can be on that same wavelength as the highest energies, which we call divine, but we're really a part of. So very, very important to know. It's not a matter of working our way to God, but realizing we're already one with God, realizing that, owning it, giving thanks for it, and then living it out, demonstrating that in everything we do up to the moment of death, no matter what's going on. Now, another powerful way to directly apprehend the divine, our high energy, is through breath work. And I teach a method I learned from Rusty Barrier called transformational breath work. We'll talk about that in the next video and some of the transformational experiences people had from doing this breathing. So all this explained in the book, Soul Proof. I have a documentary film by the same name. Be sure to visit the website, soulproof.com.